All right, my friends. Welcome. I had a beautiful day here in Georgia. Okay, so let's get this car passed, and then I'll answer some questions. Tito Santana. I always liked Tito Santana. I was really surprised because my grandmother liked Tito Santana, and she was already in her 70s. And I was really surprised to see old people liking wrestling. But yeah, she was a big Tito Santana fan, and I always liked Tito because he was always the good guy, and he always put a good match on. And somebody got to be the second-rate wrestler. You know what I mean? He would have liked to see him have been world champion, but I don't think that would have fit his forte. I don't think. I just couldn't see him as world champion, but great intercontinental champion, what have you, international champion, or something. Even if he went to like WCW and was the like United States champ, I could see that. Okay, Demolition. I always liked Demolition. You know, they were pretty good. Longest tag team champions in WWF, whatever history. So, but I always liked, well, even Bill Eadie. I liked him as Mass Superstar. I liked him as the Machine. And luckily, my father was able to tell me and decipher at my age who was who. He's like, oh, that's it. And even like Crusher Khrushchev, when Crusher Khrushchev came in, um, that big tattoo, that big eagle tattoo, gave it away. You know who he was. You know what I mean? You couldn't deny it. And for anybody who was just strictly stuck in the, as they say, WWE universe, never realized, I guess, that who he was. I liked him as Mid Atlantic champ. I like the battles between him and Sam Houston. I just wish they went a little bit farther with that. But hey, he had to do what he had to do, and it was sad too to bring the Mid Atlantic belt back and then just to squash it about a year or so later. Anyway, it's kind of politics. And Big Van Vader, yes, Big Van Vader dying. I don't know. I was never a Vader fan. I mean, I don't wish death on anybody. I mean, he was powerful. I just didn't like the fact he deliberately went out and hurt people. I guess that's my thing. Um, but nothing against him. He was a great wrestler. I think he was a great world champion. And, you know, I give him props for that. I mean, held every major title on every major continent. You know what I mean? You can't, you can't take away from his credibility there. But I do remember the matches with him and Stan Hansen when he was still Leon White for the AWA titles. And then when I had seen him in Japan, I thought to myself, why is that Leon White? But, not until I read the magazines that I actually put two and two together. But then when I seen the matches from Japan, I already knew they had the matches here in the States. Just I guess a lot of people never caught on to that because he was fresh into the business. And Rockin' Rebel, or I never liked him. I just always thought he was an asshole. Um, and then he goes and he murders his wife, and you know what I mean. He was an asshole. I mean, I've worked with him in a couple in the indie shows, and I have nothing nice to say about the man. I never cared for him. He was an asshole in the dressing room. He was an asshole in the ring. He was not my. And Johnny Hotbody, he was, yeah, that was his partner. Well, they were all TWA, ECW guys anyway. But Johnny Hotbody was just as much of a prick as he was. So, well, that's just my opinion. But all right, people, I'm going to let you go. I love you guys. Keep in touch.